Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This episode today is all about finding new locations and how we are striving to open 10 gyms in 10 years. We're at a point now where we've got 5 open and we've hit a bottleneck because we can't find a location. There are some in the pipeline, but nothing's concrete. We've got an exciting day today, right? Because we're on our way to a secret location. I'm not going to share it. It's an exciting one because it ticks all the boxes. It's in the spot that we've been after for a while. It's the right size. It's the right layout. It's not going to cost us millions of pounds to refurbish. It's got allocated parking spots and it's close enough to our current group that we can then utilise our team and offer them opportunities to progress their careers. It's all exciting. So the big thing that we come across when we're looking for locations, and any gym owners out there that also are looking to open their own spots, or more spots will come across this, I'm sure. But you'll find spaces that you think are perfect. You'll then reach out to an agent or the landlord and they just won't entertain you because gyms are intimidating. They're overwhelming for landlords. They think that you're going to end up blaring loud music, having loads of roid heads in your gym, and thousands of people's coming in, day out. So obviously our model's very different, especially with what we're doing at INTENT91. We're helping adults, typically 40 plus. We're by appointment only. We have no more than 6 in the gym at one time. So it's all very calm, it's all very relaxed, and it's obviously all very personal. So we don't really need them to worry about that. We are no more disruptive than an office. It's frustrating firstly because you don't even get a chance to really justify yourself or explain the context. They label you as a gym owner and they just write you off the bat. And the thing that most landlords I don't think understand is that most people aren't actually opening new offices at the moment. Like, people don't want offices. People are working from home more than ever. The investment for an office for most companies is just not worth it. So landlords are actually missing the trick because everyone wants to open a gym, everyone wants to open like a nursery, a creche, like a soft play, and these are all the sorts of businesses that people are afraid of. And typically for properties that we're looking for, they have landlords that are typically a bit older, have had people in the facility for many years, and that's potentially now changed. So they're a bit unsure about new tenants coming in. But then if you're persistent, which I've been on this particular property, to try and get him to get me to a conversation with the landlord. And that's what's happened today. So it got to the point where the landlord is open to a discussion. We're going to meet him, and this has happened on previous locations that we've opened. We've had to actually have conversations, meet with the landlord, bring them to one of our current sites and show them our operations, let them know that actually it isn't that disruptive, there isn't a load of chaos, and we are more than an appropriate tenant. Today we're heading to meet the landlord, have a chat, try and convince them that our business model would be a great fit for them, try and convince him that we will be a very responsible and professional tenant. That's why Emily's coming. So that's what's happening today. We'll try and get some behind the scenes footage of the space itself, because I think it's an absolute goer and it's really exciting. But yeah, this is what it's all about. These are the exciting days, even though we've done this 5 times over, that you can't beat that feeling, that fresh, exciting feeling of like a new opportunity, a new gym, new team members, new clients, growing the business, more opportunity for everyone involved.
Still on my grind, taking my time, stars aligning. We going hard, we came far, it's perfect timing. ISO, we going up, we from the island.
Holy cheese and rice. There's actual sheep on the road. What is this?
That is very cool.
I mean, so then we're just on our way back from seeing a potential 6th location for INTENT91. And let me tell you, I'm bloody excited. I'm in that mood. It really frustrates Emily because I can't stop talking about it. It's so exciting. It was absolutely perfect. The landlord that we met was an absolute gentleman. Really nice guy. Really on board with our business model. Really on board with the brand. Really understands what we do. More than happy to accept us as a tenant. It's not a done deal yet, but all we need to do is put together the head to terms and get it over the line, because it's the perfect location, perfect part of the country, which will be a brilliant addition to our current group. I mean, it's exciting. Emily, have you got anything more to say?
No, it's exciting. I do feel excited. I also have the dread flooding over me, but it's fine. It's all good. We'll get it done. I mean, as George says, it's not a done deal yet, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. When I was talking earlier, that obviously in the grand scheme of things, it does feel comfortable, and that is exactly why we should go for it, because it's never that fun staying there for too long, is it? You only get one life. You got to go and live it. Go and
the
try.
thing as well, like I was saying to Emily, it's exciting, isn't it, where you get a new project to work on. I think if you don't like get a new project or kind of actually look to really kind of progress on with whatever you're doing, you end up then overthinking like menial issues and things that aren't actually that big of a deal, but because you haven't actually got anything to worry about that's that troubling, you then make more out of, you know, smaller things. So
you get a bit bogged down by things.
Yeah, so I think actually it's exciting. We're on tracks, 10 in 10 years. Can we get to number 6 in 2026?
Oh, that is good, isn't it?
Interestingly enough, it was a really successful visit. It's a great site, and Emily's here. Normally she doesn't actually come to my site visits. Like, I've got 3 sites to look at on Friday in a different area, and she's not coming. Because she knows that they're probably not right. But it just shows you, when the big boss turns up, it's game time.
This is when you know it gets really serious. If you ever see me anywhere with a tape measure, you know things are happening. I'm in business. The last site I went to view off the bat was Milford, so our site near Godalming's Shed, and it was a good site, and we were very interested in it happening. Obviously Sevenoaks, which is our 5th site, I was the one that actually found that. And I'll give you a little...
you did not find that.
Oh my gosh, I am going to find the text message or the email. So I used to work at Hamptons, the estate agents. In the region I was in, Sevenoaks was also in that region. I was like, Sevenoaks will be a great area. It always did really well at Hamptons. I knew the kind of pricing there for properties, which is one of the things we look at when we're assessing an area that we're interested in. So yeah, I didn't go to that one because, again, 2025 for us was crazy. It was so full on in a great way, but I did have many a mental breakdown. I think we actually got married, moved house and opened a gym within the space of like 3 months or something. So yeah, I cried a lot, but we did it. And so at that point I was like, I'm just done. Like, I don't need another gym right now. I go through these phases where I'm like, no more. We've got 4. That's good. And then when Sevenoaks came along, that was way more of a risk for us than this next site will be in terms of where the business is at financially, operationally. It's in a really different place now, in a much better place. And I feel like as a business owner, you're consistently improving across everything, because obviously with experience comes lessons, and then you adapt and you improve and you move on.
Obviously where the business is in a different place right now, processes, systems, team, and I think that's where you've now got a bit of bandwidth and a bit of capacity, because when we had 4 sites, you were very much in the trenches day to day, putting out fires, trying to implement the right systems and processes for the team, laying the infrastructure, weren't you? You were in the trenches making it happen. And I think when I was like, let's keep moving, let's keep progressing, we've got this big vision of 10 gyms in 10 years, we've got to keep looking at sites. Like, there's one in Sevenoaks, it could be our 5th one, it's a great spot. You were kind of like, I haven't even got the capacity, the bandwidth to entertain that, George, so just go and do your thing and then report back. And that's ultimately what happened. And I just kept saying how great it was, and I pushed you to send the email, I pushed you to negotiate the terms. You just did that kind of reluctantly, and we got over the line, and then you came and saw it when we were kind of like done deal, and you're like, oh, it's quite a nice site there, and it's gone really well. So whereas I think now we're at a different place where you actually have the capacity, the bandwidth, and you're more, I think we're very much aligned now that for the bigger picture, like we know where the business is going, what our vision is for the business, what our vision is for our life, and we know that this is our purpose. We do know that we want to open multiple locations, we want to open 10 in 10 years, we want to keep building the team, we want to keep providing opportunities for our team to progress, we want to build something that's really meaningful and keep progressing.
And I think I know myself in that I 100% work better under pressure. I hate it. I hate that I do that. But I will overload myself, and then that is when I become most productive. And I also think that you just can't say no sometimes. Like, and I promise you I am the first to moan about it though. But I think that we are just that type of person that we always will have loads going on, won't we? And it is boring not to. in the best way. Like, I do also believe that a lot of the time the problem with people in business is they get bored and they see the next shiny new thing and they go and do that. But I'm very good at doing the boring thing. However, we like to have a lot going on, don't we?
Yeah, pressure makes diamonds. But no, I think pressure makes you feel a bit alive, you know. Obviously, within reason, like we definitely have some boundaries nowadays where we're at and the stage of life we're at with our 2 young children. Like, we love our family, we love time at home, we love, you know, making sure we prioritise experiences together as a family. So we definitely have some boundaries around that, and there are things that we're going to ensure that don't interrupt that or allow us to not prioritise that. They get distracted from what really matters. But at the same time, like, we want to make sure that we are challenged, progressed, and achieving something that is fulfilling, and that will be inspiring as well to our children. I want our son and our daughter to grow up and know that we did something we achieved something, and it
was hard, and
we overcame, you know, challenges, and you know, we dreamt big and we had courage and we had belief, and I want them to know that, and I want them to know that anything's possible. I think the only way to actually prove that to someone is to just do it. You know, if we can sit around and tell you when they're 16 thinking about what they want for their lives, we can talk about our own challenges and all the kind of things that we had to overcome in order to build what we built, then that will give them inspiration and give them a sense of proof that anything is possible, and they'll have the courage then to go after their own dreams. So that's the whole purpose.
Oh, it makes me cry. Anyway, I think we've rambled on for long enough.
Anyway, so this is not the end of the show. So this episode, I'm not finishing it here. I'm going to keep this show running because it's Wednesday today. On Friday, I'm going to look at 3 other sites in a different location.
And I will not be there on Friday, so.
So it's a new day. I'm being even more persistent, even more determined, even more aggressive in terms of speaking to landlords, finding spots, looking at different alternatives. We're heading to a different county today to finish the week to actually look at 3 potential sites. So the first one in the new county, the first issue that we've got with it is it's great in a number of ways. It's going to cost a lot. So in terms of refurbishing, it's going to cost a lot. But the second issue is this parking, which is, I'm making an absolute hash of this. Like, there is parking, however, the access is incredibly tight to get into the courtyard. I mean, look, we help the older demographic, right? And they don't like fanning around with parking at the best of times. And I just think it's going to be a deal breaker. I can't even get out of it, man. So this is the issue. I mean, inside it was good. It was the right size. It will take some work in terms of knocking down walls and then putting in a changing area, organising the layout, because it's not kind of fit for purpose. So it's an interesting one. Also, we're in a different county, so really this is, as much as we're looking for the perfect spot, we're also kind of just getting a feel for things, because I do like to go on gut. I like to go on, right, does this feel like there's plenty of our ideal customers in this area? That's the first thing we've got to think about. And then the second thing to think about is, can we find the right perfect spot that just feels right for INTENT91? The thing is, right, when we're looking for the right spot, there's a few non-negotiables for us now. The non-negotiables are parking. That's a non-negotiable. The second non-negotiable is, I don't want to be spending hundreds of thousands of pounds on refurbishments. I understand you've got to invest and you've got to get it right, but you can pick your battles with that one. I've had both ends of the spectrum. I've taken on facilities that need very little investment in terms of getting the layout right, and I've had facilities that need everything done, from electrics through to plumbing through to like organising the layout, building the walls, etc. So that's a big job, and not one that you necessarily need to take on, because you're just going to be a bit more patient and find the right spot. So it's kind of stressful enough for our customers to come to the gym. Like, it's an intimidating environment, it's not something they've ever really done before, it's a new experience for them. So what we don't want them to do is come into an area where it's all really busy and overwhelming, and that adds more anxiety to what already is an anxious experience for them. You just know in your gut if it's the right one. Simple as that. The one we went to on Wednesday is right, and it just ticks all the boxes. It just feels really good in your soul. In terms of opening a new facility, depending on the location, obviously, depending on the actual refurbishment, in terms of what you're doing, it's all going to cost different. But before you even knock a wall down or do anything with the building, equipment-wise, you're 40 grand in. easy there, and then you've got like soft furnishing on top of that. So that's the initial investment's probably around 50k there. If you then start knocking down walls, it's easily going to go over 100 grand. So that's where it just gets a bit punchy, and that's, you know, more money doesn't necessarily mean a better outcome. That's what I would say. Oh, that's it. There he is. There's old Nicky boy. So are they still in here at the moment then? Or?
Yeah, they are at the moment, but they're a bit up in their business is changing ownership and stuff like that.
Right.
So, ground floor, bars on the ground floor. I guess they probably would be. So they just use this as a meeting and entertainment space.
Yeah.
All the walls there.
I'd probably leave this as it is, to be fair. As like our... Sorry, am I allowed to have a look?
Help.
Yeah.
The chat's upstairs. So I haven't actually had a look around myself, so I know some cupboards.
It's quite sad, isn't it?
Yeah, they have a nice fit there.
So that one was really nice. Like, it's not going to be much in terms of refurbishment. The fit out's super smart. It's on brand already. Layout's quite cool. It's over 2 floors, which I was a little bit skeptical about. Emily was like, "Whoa, a bit of a deal breaker." But actually, when you go in, the bottom floor is just laid out in a way that's going to be our welcome entrance, the kitchenette for the team, and then upstairs you can actually have the gym floor space, and it actually works really well like that. And it's smart. The only negative thing is the price on the rent. It is expensive, or on the top end of what I think we can viably afford to invest in rent. So everything's got to be right. Let's go for it. But the fact that we are going to spend millions of pounds on it to refurb it, to get it right, is obviously a bonus. So, and it's in a really good spot. I think the first one we saw was a non-starter. That one we just went to is definitely possible, and we're going to a third now, so we'll see how that goes. What was really nice about that as well is I've obviously spoken quite a lot in this episode about the landlord. We actually just met the landlord, so the current tenant have just sold their business, so they're moving out, and he owns it. And he was really nice. Like, he was chatty. He was more than welcome into our style of business. So it is nice to have a landlord that you know cares. That was cool. We'll go to the last one now, see what happens there. I think it's looking like it's got a lot of character, this one. Hello. That's just at Plantays now, is it?
It was planted.
Yeah. Quite cool, isn't it?
It's nice.
Third one complete. We've done all 3. Productive morning. It's only 11 AM. We've also had to commute well over an hour and a half to get to where we are. We need to now go and break bread, right? Because last time I took Andre out on a day out, I didn't let him eat, drink, shit. So today we're gonna let him go and get some food, and I need a coffee, I need some water, H2O, and I need a nice food. So we're gonna go check out the local cafe and do a debrief. Oh, now we're talking. Coffee. Needed. So we've just got for lunch in a magnificent cafe, to be fair. Independent, family owned, beautiful. I'll let you know what the food's like. Debrief, we've seen 3 locations here, all of which are interesting, all of which are very different. So I'm really pleased about that, because we've seen a lot of the area and we've seen what it has to offer in terms of facilities. But right now, the last one's got a lot of character. It's quite quirky. It really feels like an INTENT91 spot. So I think that could be a potential green light on that. It's been a productive day for sure. Like I said, the last one had parking. It didn't feel like a warehouse or very industrial at all. It's quirky. Used to be at Bartay's studio, so it's kind of already worked for another business. Looks like they've gone on to do bigger and better things, so that's cool. Yeah, lunch was good. Got coffee now, and we're good. Life's good. Cheers, Andre.
Cheers.
What's up, gang? If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching my second ever YouTube video. I hope you found it valuable, insightful, and I hope there's been some lessons in there, especially for those of you that may be looking at opening your own facility or your next one. Hopefully it's been helpful. Any questions, just drop me a comment below. But I thought I'd end the episode, seeing as we're on the topic of opening gyms. I thought I'd share a little behind the scenes of my very own gym at home. It was a selfish one, right? We'd built 5 gyms, so it was only right that we built one for ourselves. We didn't skip any corners, put it that way. We've got all the bells and whistles. It's the ultimate home gym setup. Little glimpse behind me, you can see what's going on, but I'll give you a little tour. Big up Black Box, they kitted it out. It's the dream, right? It's just my whole ambition is to just be the architect of my entire life and integrate it all. So integrate training, integrate family, integrate business. Having the gym at home just means that I can get up early before the kids, I can get in the gym, and then I can get back in and have breakfast with the family before cracking on with my working day. And it's the same for Emily, we just work on opposite days. So I'll train in the gym Monday, she'll train in the gym Tuesday, and if one of us is in the gym, the other one is with the kids. So it works really well. It means we can prioritize ourselves. It means that it's so much more efficient getting our gym workouts done. And if anyone out there is a gym owner, you'll know how training in your own gyms can just be distracting because you're constantly feeling like you're having to engage with people, entertain people, and make conversation. So this can just be more focused, get it done, and you get on with the rest of your day. So let me give you a quick tour. Here we go then. Obviously we've got the ski erg, Concept 2 bike. We've got everything panelled with the mirrors with the LED lighting behind it, and we've got the LED lighting in the ceiling and the panel roof. Big black box rack with the cables. A little bit of personalisation going on as well. Ramfords, and then we've got the dumbbells. A few wall balls just in case we want to do some high rocks training. But yeah, everything you could ever dream of in a home gym setup.